Have you ever had a dream? A dream of childhood, a dream of teenager, a dream of adult, or other dreams awaits? I believe everyone has a dream. Even some dreams may come in the form of impossible dreams.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Louder in the Ears, ดังขึ้นในหู podcast. I'm Jane and
I'm Dee.
how have you been, Dee?
Not so good during this period. How about you, Jane?
Yeah, I feel so insecure about the COVID-19 situation right now. But anyway, I hope everyone stays safe.
Alright, as we have said at the beginning of our podcast, today we come with the theme of dreams. Jane, what is your dream?
Me? My dream is having free time to read a novel and spending time in a coffee shop.
Wow, that's a good dream.
And how about you, Dee?
My dream is having a lot of money and a lot of time to sleep.
Wow, that's such an interesting dream.
When we are talking about dream, I remember one of the books called Impossible Dreams.
If I remember correctly, it's a fiction that is written by Pratt, right?
Yes, may I spoil a little bit?
Yes, of course.
Well then, let's start with one of the main characters, Pete. He is a movie enthusiast or cinephile. Do you know what cinephile means?
Yeah, it is a term referred to someone who has a passionate interest in films, like a movie lover.
That's right. So, one day, Pete discovers a video store containing movies that were never ever created. He discovers that he enters a parallel universe every time he visits the store.
Oh, I remember that's how Pete met the other main character, Ellie, who works in the movie store in the parallel world.
Correct. So, Pete becomes both frustrated and elated as he tries to watch as many of the videos as possible, while forming a bond with the store's downbeat clerk, Ellie, as you've mentioned. Do you still remember how the story ended?
Of course, by the end of the short story, Pete is now friends with Ellie. Ellie grew tired of the parallel world and is now living with Pete and watching movies with him.
And that is our short summary. Let's move to the interesting part of the story. Jane, can you share?
Yes, for me, the city seems pretty normal, but the writer brings us in by using the title of this book, also the title of the store, Impossible Dreams, which could easily reach readers' life.
Yes, I agree. We all have dreams we feel are impossible to reach, and finding a way to reach them would be an awesome feat to accomplish.
Another interesting thing is that Pete, who is a movie lover, pays a lot of attention to the store in a parallel world, where it contains movies with different storylines, actors, directors, and endings, because in his world, all of these are different. So I think it reflects us very well.
I think I get your point. A parallel world could reflect the thoughts and needs of people. Even I myself sometimes have thought about going back in time and changing something in my life for an alternate outcome as well.
But if you look at the truth along with the story, even though the story in the parallel world has shown the differences of storylines, actors, directors, and endings from the real, it did not show the results that different endings were better or worse.
So you're saying that even if we have a chance to change our past, we can't predict whether the results will turn positive or negative, right?
Exactly. But another thing just popped up in my mind. Do you feel that the relationship between Ellie and Pete also shows an interesting point?
Yeah. As from the story, Pete has no friends or even a girlfriend because of his passion for movies. But Ellie is different. She has a sympathetic ear for Pete's circumstances. She slowly opens up to Pete about her own obstacles while being upbeat and sympathetic to him.
You've just read my mind. I think Ellie's personality changed Pete in a way that he's pulling himself away from the world of movies and moving towards real life.
Right. I can sense Pete's development by the way he listens and connects with her through the movies, but takes into account her life. Also, I felt like both of them are trying to be in each other's world.
Yes, it's so obvious if you remember the scene when Pete decided to buy food for Ellie by considering her preference based on the setting of the store and the content of the movies.
Also, the scene when Ellie decides to leave her world with no hope of going back to it and manages to work out staying with Pete regardless of the unknown of his universe clearly shows that Ellie wants to be in Pete's world too.
Alright, we are going to the last section of our podcast.
Yes, from what we have shared to everyone, we could learn from this story that we never fully understand others' circumstances until we are placed in their situation. Hearing stories all the time about situations that occur and how so and so would handle it leaves me perplexed. Because unless they have been put in that same circumstance, they cannot adequately predict how they would act.
And this is our book's review for today. So, how about you? What do you think about impossible dreams? Don't forget to share your opinion. See you next episode and enjoy reading.